I think we are live. We're live. Here we are.
Right.
Yeah, we're right there.
7 o'clock.
Oh,
We're live. Are
three
you?
people, 2 thumbs up already. Man, these people they're getting pretty trained, huh?
Ouch. They're getting trained. They just have nothing to do on
Yeah.
Monday night.
Like, wow. We want to spend Monday. Now see people jumped off. Just kidding.
52 views. How is that possible?
On what?
Oh, on the video.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, the little video we put on. Are you the only one on there now? Nobody's on.
I didn't get notified. Did you? There it is.
Everybody jumped off.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, Mike. Hi, Jason and Amanda. Hi, Phil.
How come our speedometer's not working?
I don't know.
There it goes.
5 minutes? Oh, they were on way before.
Oh, they were on before us?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
How do you go on before us?
I think, yeah. Two bud, eagles flying. I don't know.
Lot going on, folks. Lot going on. Lot happening. We're gonna try to discuss a lot of things tonight. Good evening, Mark. There's Teresa. Well, they need singles too.
Yeah, they do.
A lot going on in the RV world. A lot going on here. We're under a tornado watch again. What?
Jason and Amanda. Well, there's a movie I'd like to watch, but it's on DVD. Because you sent out a notification that you were going live. Hi, Maddie. Hey, Amanda. Hey, Taylor Rose.
Anyway, yeah, so we're under another tornado watch. This morning, I got up at 4 o'clock, and I noticed it wasn't raining, and I looked at my phone, and there was a great big huge cell just coming towards us. So I sent Cage out to go wee-wee.
Before it started
raining. Yeah, before it got rainy. He got
he
in.
He would go out anyway, but then he comes back muddy and wet.
Anyway, it started raining real bad after he got back in. And then we had probably a lightning bolt that stayed in the atmosphere for almost 5 seconds, and then a big boom, and it knocked out electricity. It kicked ours off momentarily, but it came right back on. But my brother's was out at lunchtime, so.
Was that for northern Arkansas? I don't think it was, guys.
What?
Well, they're saying they thought it was for northern Arkansas. Bill got it
No,
too.
It's for here, Polk County.
Polk County.
Till 11 o'clock tonight. And we're getting like,
Hi, Jim.
The storm is, yeah, Charlie's there.
Hi, Charlie. Hi, Lynn and Joan. Yay.
Wow, everybody's here tonight. The storm was, it ran out for quite a while this morning, and then it stopped, and now it's starting to generate. You know how the clouds just come out of nowhere, the storm does. So it's coming out around us, but right now in the northern part of Arkansas, they've been having a lot of rain and hail and all that kind. We're like in a really weird place here. I mean, a lot of times it'll look like we're going to get slammed, and it just goes poof.
We have like a
vortex.
Vortex or something. I don't know.
A force field around our motorhome.
Thank you, Mellow Cat. Everybody give us a thumbs up. Thank you. And Lynn and Joan, thanks for sharing our video.
Yeah. So for those who have seen our video, you know part of what tonight's discussion is going to be. And for those who haven't,
hi, Canadian Twig.
We're going to go over it with you because I got a phone call this afternoon, and it was from James from Guardwood Services, and they're in need of 10 RV couples at least right now. And Teresa is on here She's a single. She's one of the supervisors, and she says they're taking singles right now. So things are happening down there. There is one place, I guess it's like a storage yard or something. It's a 24-hour thing, but it's just kind of a casual deal. Um, anyway, here's what's going on. If you want to go down and gate guard, they are going to pay for your fuel to get there. You save your receipts as you're going down, and on your first pay, you submit your receipts, and they're going to reimburse you for your fuel. And after you work 30 days, you get a $250 bonus, which is pretty good. I mean, it's what we figured is it's a little over $5,000 a month, plus you'll get an extra 250, plus your fuel paid for. So if you come from Maine to Texas, your fuel's paid for.
You do have to have a fully self-contained rig.
Yeah.
That is one requirement.
Although right now, the way he was talking, they probably,
I know, right?
probably let you poop in a bucket.
There are, Teresa can tell you, singles gates where you camp off-site, but you drive either your tow vehicle or like you, Mike, you could get there in your van and you work out of a guard shack. So that's doable too.
Yeah, and that one place,
hey, Yanni.
That one place that they were talking about, the yard, your RV is on site, but you work out of a guard shack, which for us, that would work because of my leg. I had to tell them no because we're committed to the fireworks thing. Also, the fireworks thing is still on if anyone wants to do that. And if anyone wants to be close to us, like the next off-ramp down the highway, it would be a 30-day. It wouldn't be a 60-day like us. We're going to do a 60-day store. But you could do a 1 month, and it's going to be right down the road from us.
Next exit.
The next exit. So if anybody's interested in that, or if they're definitely not interested in
at
that.
the end of this video, like in the description, I will go on and put the contact information for both of these again, like I did on the video we just released.
But please go on and watch the video we just put on. That's still it.
Yeah.
The information's on there, and that gets us clicks. So
it's so the singles are, Teresa can answer that, but typically, like I know for sure the couples are 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. One person works 12 hours, and the other person works 12 hours. Or you can split it up 6, 6, 6, 6, whatever, however you want.
And some of the jobs may only be 12 hours or something. So there's all different kinds of circumstances. The minimum pay is $175 a day. And like I say, I mean, a lot of people are complaining about how expensive it is to be able to travel to go to jobs. Well, that's taken away from it.
Right.
So you get down there, after you work 1 week, you're going to get your fuel money back. So that to me, I mean, of course, we're not that far away, so it wouldn't cost us that much. But
he says, try to video out the window if the tornado takes you up off the ground. And Lyndon Jones said, don't worry, just strap yourselves into the front seat.
Yeah, wrap yourself in a blanket and strap yourself into the front seat. And then what you do is you close your eyes and hold on real tight.
Teresa said we have 2 special shacks up here. And Teresa,
and some of these guards
Western
are in New Mexico, some are Western Texas, and some are in Southern Texas.
Right.
So it's not just in Texas. If you want to be, there's one right outside of Carlsbad, the city of Carlsbad, near Carlsbad Caverns. So there's a whole bunch of opportunities right now. I don't really want to say how come, but let's just say it was an immediate thing. They all of a sudden, boom, they have all this work. So, this is a good opportunity. And if you want to get in with a good company, I mean, some of these gate guard companies, they'll take you out in the middle of nowhere, drop you off, and leave you with fuel and water and everything, and they expect you to last the rest of your life on that, and it just doesn't work that way. These guys, they make sure that they come out there all the time, and they're checking your water and your fuel. And if you get low and they haven't been there for a week or so or whatever, you can call them up and say, hey, we're low on water. We did We did have a problem, a little bit of a problem in Colorado, but that was because it was so snowy and icy, and it was an independent company that had to bring everything to us, the water and pump our tank. So, but we did okay. I mean, we never got low on anything or filled up our tank. So they give you a great big dump tank to dump into. So is, I guess Teresa's talking, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And take a Dramamine just in case you get the
tornado.
spits.
The tornado.
Yeah. We've heard about a lot of tornadoes around here, but I've only known of one in this area. That was it hit my brother's ranch. Ripped some trees and he has a mobile home over there, but no one was in it at the time. And he's got a big frame over it and everything. I took that frame off and threw it across the road, and they just went back, took it halfway apart, brought it back over, and put it back on. So,
hi, Brad. Rain. Yep. Would live off site and commute to site about 35 miles, depending on the RV park. Teresa says. My most special shack is basically in town. Sensitive account. James has the details on that one.
Yeah, that's in Midland. He told me about that. It's some kind of a supply company or something. It's not a oil rig, right?
Okay. One regular drill, I think, in New Mexico, and in June some should be opening on the Lion Gate Ranch. So, yeah, there's stuff.
Well, the thing about it is it's really good money. So, I mean, if you went there and worked for 3 months and you were pretty thrifty, you could leave with $12,000-13,000 in savings and live your life.
But like we always say, the reason you do that is because you can't go anywhere together to spend all your money.
Yeah. So
everybody's got to be on the gate together. So you really don't spend a lot of money. I mean, Amazon.
But the work campy jobs, I mean, they're going to expect you to get there on your own, and then probably when you get there, pay for your part of your campsite, and then they work you hard. It's just we did that again last summer, and just it's like every time we do that, we just get this, where we're getting slapped around.
And then we end up driving away going, why did we do that?
Why did we do that again?
Right, 2 eggs.
It's just so much better to go like down a gate guard and you're kind of just doing your own thing. People are coming in and out, and they're bringing you donuts and bringing you barbecue and sandwiches, and you become part of the crew, and it's a different world. You're not in a situation where you're just hop, come on, let's get this done. You got to move out. You got to get this.
In all honesty, some gates can be that way, but they're few and far between. And then it's like only for a period of time, usually.
Yeah.
While they're rigging up or rigging down, or
once they get all the equipment in, then it slows down. It's just the workers coming and going.
Donuts.
And then donuts. and then when they pull out when they leave, the trucks leave. But that's a fast click.
Sounds like I'm here for the donuts.
Yeah. Well, they do a lot of good stuff. I mean, we've ate big ribeyes and baked potatoes, and I mean they'll make some big meals, man. They'll make ribs, all kinds of stuff. So one time they promised some really nice ribs. We just got a bag of bones. Yeah. I don't know what that was all about, but we looked at each other and go, "What the heck did they do?" I think they gave us the trash instead of what they were going to give us for food, because they said, "We're going to bring it to you. We're bringing it to you." So
donuts on barbecue,
yeah.
And
barbecue donuts.
The guys will offer to go get something for you for dinner, or they'll offer to go to the store for you if you forgot something or you're running short on something.
And sometimes they just bring you stuff. They'll bring you a sack of oranges or watermelons or burritos. Yeah, I used to have one guy, his wife made these really awesome burritos. That was in Colorado. And he would always bring me burritos, because he gave me a couple of burritos one time, and he came when he got ready to leave. I said, "Man, those were the best breakfast burritos I ever had." He goes, "Really?" I tell my wife. Well, every time his wife made extra ones just for me. Yeah, because I liked them so much, you know. So you know, and of course Hispanic people are wonderful. So
Wonderful cooks.
wonderful cooks too. And if they like you, they love you. And if
Yeah.
they love you, they feed you. And if they feed you, you're happy. So that's how it works.
But back to the fireworks thing too. He really needs people, so
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a career. It's just a minute, out of your summer.
Yeah, he's wanting to open about.
We
I
don't know
think
how it will go because we've not done it before.
we haven't
either,
done it,
so
but
we'll be making videos if we have time.
but you know the thing is we have talked to a lot of people over the years about fireworks,
Right.
and the problem has always been it was something where we were like in between, and we had a job, and it wasn't
Just in time for
it wasn't something where we could do it. And but I mean I know people that go for like a month, they would tell us they make 10 grand. I mean that takes you a few months at a campground, 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
So
And he offers hookups for you, so
yeah,
you're not paying for a camp spot. You're right on site.
you're right there.
Got
He's
water
gonna have. He says they're
electric.
tents, but he says they're like the little fireworks stands and stuff. He does have stores. We're going to be at a store, at what they call a superstore. So the person that'd be down the road, we would kind of be supplying you and stuff like that. If you didn't have something, you could send them over to the store. And I don't know exactly how all that's going to work out, but he said it would work out good for the person doing the stand too. So, and it's only 30 days, so it's not like having. The thing for us is it's the time. It's working 6 months to make what we can make now in 2 or less. So
last summer, we were in Montana at a campground,
yeah,
and it was
beat you to
a
death.
bus.
It was beat you to death, and
Yeah.
it was, you know, the thing was is there was problems with little kids. They hired a bunch of young kids, and some of the young kids were fine. They were great, but there was one kid that was just really.
Hey, Idaho Hillbilly, welcome.
Hey, he's here. Howdy. Yeah,
Hey, Dougie. 82 degrees, bright and sunny here in the desert. No rain coming.
Yeah, 74
and
here.
That's why it's brown.
Yeah. Yeah. Go outside and smell them pine trees. Oh wait, they don't have them there. But yeah. Oh, there's Stevie. Hi, Stevie. My son's
labor never works out. True that.
Yeah. Well.
Unless it's your own kid and you can beat them.
Yeah. The thing, there was a girl that worked there. Addie was awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. She worked really hard, and I mean, she was always in there when something was going on. She was on it. And then there was a young man, and I mean, I'm not saying he's a rotten kid. He was just a terrible worker, and it just got to the point when we were busy, he was in the way, and
because he wouldn't do anything.
And it was easier for Darla and I to do all the work because we were having to step over him and watch him eat, and having to make him food.
We did all the work when he was there.
Yeah.
And he was just in the way. So.
And he would come in and he would get food and he would sit down and eat, and then he would go over next door to the store and get ice cream or get something over there and come back and eat that. And then he said, well, now I'm going to take my break. I go, dude, what have you been doing for the last hour and a half? Well, I get paid to eat. I said, I don't think you do. We don't. I don't know why you get paid to eat. So anyway, it was just, yeah, hopefully he snaps out of it. So he was like 14 or 15. I think he turned 15 when we were there. But anyway.
And then he got stuck up by the people in.
Yeah. Doug and his wife came in there, and we almost called the cops on them because they were like demanding reservations.
They wanted me to see them. I didn't know who they were because they had masks on. And finally, I looked at his wife's eyes. And
Doug had a Casper the Friendly Ghost mask. That's what was weird. That's what made me wonder.
Then I knew who it was. Yeah. It was funny. Table for two.
Yeah.
In a campground restaurant.
Holy Doug.
Oh, man. Joan, tamales when we were talking about Mexican food.
Yeah.
I got a tamale from the restaurant over here tonight.
You did, or you
I
haven't?
did. I haven't eaten it yet, but I did.
Yeah, we went there for the street tacos. Are those things getting smaller? Or is this the?
No.
It seems like they keep getting
Hungrier.
smaller and smaller and
Street
smaller.
tacos are the little tiny tortillas. When you go on Taco Tuesday, you get the big tortillas.
Yeah, I like it on. I like the tacos better on Taco Monday, but
See, the kid sounds like me when I was a kid. You were trying to get me to work, and I was trying to get you to take me to lunch at 10 a.m. in the morning.
yeah, Steve was the best at lunch. He liked going to lunch every day.
Jason and Amanda, let me see how many fireworks I can fit in my saddlebags. My daughter worked a fireworks stand for several years. She made enough to tour Europe. Wow.
Yeah. See,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that
you guys wouldn't like making that kind of money, would you? So, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I'm trying to keep my hopes up, but my expectations reasonable. But
hang on one sec, Teresa. Thank you for jumping on and answering questions or giving information.
We'll give your phone number out at the end of this, and
if you guys do have any questions, email me economicrefugeesrv@gmail.com, and I will find out for you. Anyone's got questions or any answers?
Well, also you can call James. Hand me that paper over there.
I'm going to put it in the description, but if you guys want to know now.
It's right there on that paper. And Mike's number is on there too. So you can go ahead and read them off if you want.
Or just do that. Can you guys, is it backwards? No. If that helps anybody.
And then I'll read it here. Let me read it to them too. Because they can't really unless they shot it. But so if you got a pen and paper, all right, let me know when you have it. Okay, here we go. So it's Guard 1 Services, and the gentleman's name is James Jenkins. The people that have gone to quartzsite and came over to the stand, he's the big, tall Texan. His phone number is 817-229-3747. And then the fireworks is Sky Thunder Fireworks, Mike Kimberling, and his number is 812-249-0879. I'll do it one more time. 812-249-0879. And just to throw this out here, I haven't talked to him about it. He doesn't even know I'm doing this tonight. But run it past him, see if you buy your fuel to go there. It's possible. I know he needs people, and I've been thinking about maybe asking him for that too. We'll see. So all these companies need people to work for them, and the ones that are willing to step up and pay your fuel, because I mean, just to go, we got to go 650 miles. That's going to be roughly $400 or $500 in fuel. So it'd be worth it.
Teresa said James is the best, but he will steal all for sale.
Steal what?
Instead of, because she's up in the west.
Yeah.
He'll steal everybody for the south.
Yeah. Well, but he was talking. If you want to go to the western part of Texas, it's near Midland and Odessa, that area.
Hi Trey. Hi Wendy. They're waiting out the storms headed to Klamath Falls when they clear out.
Yeah. Well, Idaho hillbilly, that poor guy can't get a break, man. I mean, I don't know who's sadder, him or his trees.
Yeah.
The trees still look like sticks, and every time he goes to do something, it rains and then it snows, and I mean, just
can't put their seedlings out in their garden.
And they've been mushroom hunting all over the hills up there, and all they're finding are psychedelic mushrooms or something. I don't know. You don't want to eat those. Maybe you do. Maybe you'll find some other ones.
Teresa says we take good care of our gardens up here. She worked pretty much a double shift last week because they are short people. So, not short people.
Yeah.
They're short people.
And how many years have you been doing this now, Teresa? At least 3, huh?
4, I think.
4?
I think so.
So she
She's not fallen asleep yet.
she came to Lazy Days when we were there, and we talked to her and introduced her to James and everything else. And she went there. She's bought a newer RV, and I mean, she could tell you her life has changed. April of 2019, yeah, so 3 years. But
Wow.
what?
Yeah, going on 4.
Yeah.
Going on 4. You just passed your 3-year mark.
But she's her lifestyle has changed, for the better, and probably by the time she leaves there, she's going to have a Prevos, a new one.
Yeah.
Hear that, or we'll be talking to her. She'll own the company.
Well, hopefully she runs it better than someone else who we won't tell you about. Not Guard One. Guard One's good. All companies are looking for guards at this time. Lots are paying sign-on bonuses and paying for fuel expenses to get a gig. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what Guard One's doing. So.
Yeah. Hi, David. She said she was on the potatoes roof yesterday.
Yeah. Still have the old motorhome too, huh?
She does.
Yeah. Crazy.
She doesn't want to own a company. She said that would be a headache.
Yeah. Posey, all he does is go hunting and fly around in airplanes and eat. he's got the swing in life, man. And he did have partners, but he's the solo man now. So. Ooh. And that's who we started with back when there was 2 guards, us and another
John,
lady.
I beat you to that. I said they aren't short guards; they're short guards. I beat you to that.
Okay.
You must have been sleepy. Or either that or there's a lot of delay. Windstorm took a vent cover away. Oh wow.
Yeah, you got to put those.
Put a new metal.
You got to put those things over the top. That's a friend. My buddy is a truck driver. When I bought this thing, he gave me a set of those, and we put them on. He goes, when you have vents on the roof, you don't have those, you're crazy. Because what happens is those things don't rip off. You leave an air gap, about a half an inch on the bottom. And he goes, they don't rip off. But if you just leave the vents, that wind gets underneath the vent. That's it. It's gone.
Yeah. Those things. Put them over your vents on your RV, and when the wind comes up, it doesn't blow the lid off.
Yeah, I got the other ones though. The thing with those, what company was that?
Max Air.
Yeah.
Camco.
Was it Camco?
No, Max Air. Yeah. Is who that was, but Camco's
are the one you want, and the reason is you can take the filter covers off without having to take the whole thing apart. On the other ones, you have to take it off and then go from the inside and unsnap it, clean it, put it back in. With the Camcos, there's 2 screws and they come right off, and you clean them and put it back on. A lot to do this time of year. I got to get up on the roof and do some things, get ready to go.
Yeah, we have 8 days, 9 days.
We leave in
9 days.
9 days. Leave next Wednesday, week from
next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow, right?
No, I think it's next Wednesday we leave.
Anyway, we're leaving
on the 11th. We're leaving, so you guys could be praying for us. It's a good time to pray.
Every time's a good time to pray. We need lots of prayer.
Yeah. So anyone have any things they want to discuss at this time? I think we kind of got our little main thing off our chest. The main thing is right now is everybody's looking for people to work.
Yep.
And you want to try to get something you can make some money at.
A week from tomorrow. Oh, wait, that's January.
Oh, in January we were leaving. I thought we were leaving in May. That's why you're the navigator, not the date consultant.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Week from Wednesday. Yeah, so it's going to be.
That's all right. What did you say? They need to lower the. Talking about the lawn being cut. They need to lower the blade on the motorhome. That's what she said. That's what she said.
Well, I'm old. I'm senile. I have an excuse.
Okay.
They need to lower it. I mean, shoot, she mows the thing, and the next day the grass grows 5-6 inches. We've been trying to knock all this stuff down around out here. It's been kind of crazy.
My wife Choco.
We still need to try to burn that pile of stuff, and we're not going to be able to until we get back because it rains too much. Enough. But according to my brother, he says, "Oh, this is normal. This is what you get in the springtime here. You get these storms."
What's a good truck that'll pull a camper for a family of 5?
A good truck? Who's asking that?
I may have a connection for aluminum when I'm newer. All this overtime will help that wish. Yeah. You may get in on the next season fireworks. Sounds fun. Good, Dave.
Get you.
She just has to install it.
Okay, it's Stevie.
Dave said they just put some of those covers on theirs.
Steve, we were talking the other day, man. I would look for a Dodge 2500 or 3500 with the Cummins, and if you get like pre-08, you can get the 5.9, which is a proven engine. And if you get the 6.7, you don't want to get, I think 2013 is a cutoff date, because after that you got to get that DEF and all that. So, and they're expensive, man.
You said when prices come down, I'd be looking for a 4-door.
Yeah,
diesel prices are $6 in New Hampshire. Seymour said.
Yeah, well, they're $5.58. Not here.
Yeah.
$5.28 today.
I thought it was 58.
28. It's $5.28, and it's $5.14 down the next place.
Thanks, Maddie. We can use the prayers.
But everything's over $5 for diesel, so yeah, it's expensive to travel. The thing is I already have a full tank of fuel that I paid. Well, I can't tell you what I paid because I got a special deal on it. But we basically have enough fuel to get there, but I don't like to run the tank that low, so we'll get close, and I'll fill it up, and then when we get there, I'll fill it up. I always fill it up before we park.
Dave says they found a solar farm for 18 months to guard.
Really?
Starts in a few weeks. 529 Carlsbad today, Teresa said. New Mexico.
529 for diesel?
529.
Yeah, what's weird is it's more expensive out there where all the oil comes from. I don't know where they got the refineries right there, the oil's in the ground right there, everything's right there, and it's more expensive than anywhere else. It's crazy. I don't get it.
Neither.
Gas is still under 4.
Negatives of this lifestyle. $3.65 a gallon. Yeah, but isn't, Maddie, that's just regular, isn't it?
No, that's what we.
56?
I paid $3.84 today for gas.
For regular. Right.
Yeah.
Gas.
But
gas. She did say gas. Okay, 5 top negatives. You don't get to see his family as much. That could be a negative or a positive, depending on how you feel about your family.
Or what?
The 5 negatives about this lifestyle.
Okay.
2, fuel prices.
Yeah.
3.
What?
Okay, I'll read it.
Living close quarters with your spouse.
That's 3. 4, living close quarters with your spouse. 5
would be breakdowns.
Breakdowns, yeah.
That's something that if you drive a car, if you drive a truck, if you drive an RV, whatever you do.
If you own a house, things are going to break.
We've had a few times when things went a little wacky. We had one time we had to be towed, and if the weather wouldn't have been, 4 degrees with a 70-mile-an-hour crosswind, I could have fixed it. I mean, as it was, I was the one that diagnosed the problem for the mechanic. But the thing is that
hey, Lou.
you know, flat tires, stuff like that could just happen. I mean, but it can happen on a car. It can happen on my truck when I'm traveling. You know, the best thing you can do is try to keep things maintained, and if you realize that you have some kind of a problem, just don't let it just keep becoming more and more of a problem. You want to try to fix it before it becomes a bigger problem.
Yeah.
The only thing you can't fix on a motorhome is the spouse. So
you made this. I am this way because of right, wives.
Yeah, you know what? If you can learn to live with somebody at 312 square feet, when we get our building done and get everything all set up, we're going to be
like
styling.
Amanda said, when you visit family, you can sleep in your own bed if you take your RV with you.
Well, you know, people ask you, well, that one thing, what's the bad thing being away from your family? Well, we have a son in North Carolina, we have a daughter in Georgia, we have a daughter in Little Rock, Arkansas, which our youngest grandchild is going to be 1 year old tomorrow, so we're going to his birthday party. But what's wrong?
I saw spiders.
No, yeah, bugs. That's another bad thing. But the thing is that if we didn't have the motorhome, we probably wouldn't see them, you know. And this way, we could go and spend time with them. And
Louis asked, "How are you? How are we? We're good. We're getting ready to go to our fireworks job in Kentucky next week."
Is he asking you on where? On there?
Yeah.
I don't see it on here.
There. El Rosado 49. There.
I don't see it. Not popping up.
Top 5 best things too.
5 best things? Well,
you don't have to join the army to see the world.
There's a lot of really beautiful places to see, and you know, some people don't want to work camp, but
Teresa says freedom.
Yeah, you got a lot of freedom with this, and the thing about it is if you don't like your neighbor, you know, it's levelers up, slide out in, and go somewhere else. Just, I mean, if you're in a campground, you don't like the people next to you, just go to the manager and say, either you move him or you move me. I'm willing to move. I'm
On the
ready to
other
go.
hand, if you're stuck next to a person that's difficult to deal with, it's kind of builds character in you. There are some neighbors, however, that you just can't ever get along with.
Yeah.
So, and if you're in a house, oh well.
Yeah.
You can't move.
That's
see family more because you can go more often. Lynn and Joan say yes, true.
And you know, when you're traveling and you shut down for the night and you go to bed, it's dark. You know, when you get up in the morning, you open the curtains. Yeah, it's a whole new world. Somewhere sometimes you haven't
and
ever
you meet
been
some
before.
Really cool people.
Great people. Yeah. And you know, the thing is you'll meet people that are in old RVs. You wonder how they got to where they're at, and you meet people with big fancy rigs, and they're all nice, pretty much. I mean, well, you can't say. It's kind of like the Harley world. The Harley world, just because they have a Harley, doesn't make them a good guy or a cool guy or whatever. It's the same way with RVs. You know, there are really nice people, and they're boneheads. And you know, the thing is like I say, if you're in a camp place and you're going to be somewhere for a while, you don't like the people next to you. You just have to
I'll
move on.
tell you one good thing about traveling this way is you don't always have to pack a bag because it's already with you.
Yeah, you have your own bed, you have your own bathroom, your own kitchen and food.
If you forget something and you're in a suitcase, you either got to go buy it or do without. Where if you're in your rig, you're where it is all the time.
One of the hardest things about this lifestyle, going back to, you know, not bad things, but the hardest thing is when you see like a Del Taco or a Texas Roadhouse or something, trying to figure out how to whip around and find a parking spot. We've done some pretty almost stunts, huh?
Yeah.
We went to Del Taco one day, man. That was, I don't know, up there in Payson,
Payson, Arizona.
Arizona, and I mean, I almost had to go through the drive-through.
He did it. He maneuvered
I
it.
did. I made it around. We found a place to park. And,
yeah, Canadian Twig says freedom of movement, unless you're in a really tight parking lot.
yeah, well.
But you're right. Yes. Now,
You know,
y'all should grab these parts and make clips out of them for the channel as some short form content from your stream for those who want to hear but don't have as much time. We're looking to hire an editor.
For free.
For free. We'll take you to lunch, even if it's 10 in the morning.
Well, in the beginning, we really started out just doing, you know, how to do this lifestyle, how to get, you know, all your mail done and all that. And then it was servicing RVs and, you know, and
you cover all that. And I mean, it's content that's on there already. And
it's like now there's like 5 RVers right now in Winslow, Arizona, waiting for their turn to stand next to the, you know, on the corner there and take their picture with the guy on the corner or whatever.
Or Disneyland.
They're running out of that kind of stuff. And like this, a couple of days ago, man, we went to this town, and it was just the drive there was amazing. And then once we got there, we wanted to use the restroom at a gas station.
Sure.
We got talking to the lady behind the counter, and she was telling us, "Oh yeah, it's this and it's that." And I was born right over there. Yeah,
her family's been in the area for like 200 years.
Yeah, they got all these buildings from the 1800s.
A lot of the streets are named after her relatives. It was interesting.
Yeah, it's just
we thought about if we had more time and she wasn't working, we could have interviewed her. That would have been interesting.
Yeah,
a plus is no public restrooms. Maddie says, my personal favorite, you could drive in your Minion PJs.
Yeah. I've done that before.
Heck, there's people that go to Walmart here in their PJs.
Yeah, but that's considered dressed up for people around here. That's one thing about here. In fact, I was talking with my brother this morning, and we were just talking about, you know, how people have, we call it yard art around here, but it's just basically they don't throw anything away. They just throw it outside. And it lands in the yard. That's where it sits until it disappears. And, you know, nobody says anything. And the reason is because
it's live and let live.
Yeah, it's live and let live. You don't want people coming over and telling you, hey, I don't like your motorhomes being here. And, you know, that kind of, there's none of this HOA stuff around here. There's no building department. There's no, you don't have to pull permits to build your house. You know, you could build your house yourself, or you could pay a general contractor. You could, however you want to do it's up to you. I mean, you could go get containers, or, you know, you could build them out of tires. They don't care. I mean, you're going to be the one living it. If it falls on you, it's your fault, you know. So, I mean, that's something I kind of like, because, I don't know, some places are real picky about everything, you know. And some of the RV places, you know, if your motorhome's older than 10 years old, well, you can't come there. Well, you know what? They got that kind of attitude. I don't want to go there, because there's nothing wrong with my motorhome. You know, it's not ugly. And, you know, everything works. It doesn't leak oil.
If it's all you've got and you want to park it on your property, you should be allowed to do that.
But I understand the other side, where people pull into a campground and they get a monthly rate, and they just stay and stay and stay. And when it comes to leave, they have to leave their RV because it just won't. It's just too expensive to get it, and they have to come in with loaders and dump them.
Thing. I mean, you shouldn't be allowed to do that in a campground, because that's private property. You're on their property. But if you've got your own property and you want to do that, more power to you.
But some of the old KOAs used to do that.
I know.
And
that's because they were hurting for money, and they'd rather rent it to somebody that has not. Anyway.
We went to a campground, premier campground in Redding. And this place was a palace. We were on motorcycles, and we got to talking with the general manager of the place. They left a newspaper, you know, by your campsite, everything for you in the morning. And he said, yeah, this was an old KOA. And he said, it took us like 6 months to get everybody out. And he goes, and a lot of them, we just had the way we removed them is we had big trucks come and they just used loaders and pick the campers up and throw them in the back of the loaders, and they took them out to landfills to get rid of them. So
yeah, the 10-year or older, and a lot of times if you want to stay in a campground that's like that, if you send them a picture of your rig and it doesn't look toast, you know, they'll make concessions. They will.
yeah.
But yeah, a lot of them don't want anything older than 10 years.
Well, we've had it where, well, that when we were going to.
Let me say one thing about HOAs. There are people that love being HOAs.
Yeah,
and
because everything is pristine.
Right, and it's, you know, everybody looks
the same.
Like they care about their yard, and if that's what you want to go home to, that's what you move into.
You work your butt off and you get your mailbox mounted up. They come over and measure it, go, you're 2 inches too tall or too low. And
unless you're in Steve's HOA.
We were going to work at Dollywood that time, and they asked me how old I.
We've been hired at Dollywood 3 times, and we have not been able to go there because we can't find a campground that's less than $1,000 a month.
And we were going to stay at a campground, and they said, well, how old's your RV? And I told them it was, at the time, it was like 20 years old. They go, oh, it has to be 10 years or less. I said, well, let me send you a picture of it. So I sent them a picture, and they said, okay, that's acceptable. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you can get around that, but it just really depends.
I like my HOA. I guess I'm a communist.
Yeah. Well.
Steve, that's our son. His HOA is cool. They've let us actually stay there.
Yeah, we got permission to stay there when we go. So
they're cool.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You know, they want to keep standards. They want people to keep their lawns mowed. But if somebody wants to come and visit, I mean, like we don't stay there for a month. We'll stay there. I think the most we've ever stayed there is about a week and a half. Huh?
Hello, RV Quote Quest. Rhonda.
That's Rhonda. Oh, hi, Rhonda.
John says no HOA there where they live.
Yeah, but that's in Oklahoma. To wait till the tornado season's over. I've been watching Ryan Hall. Hopefully, everybody watch Ryan Hall. If you want to know what's going on with the weather around here, he's on YouTube. Ryan Hall. The only thing about him is that it's kind of scary. You know, I mean, the guy he gets all hyped up, but he does the best. He tells everyone, get down in your shelters right now. Put on a bike helmet. Wrap yourself in a blanket. Strap yourself in the seats. You know. Anyway, yeah, he gets kind of excited, but.
You know why we're laughing about that? Because Lynn and Joan were here on our property when we had several tornado warnings, and the alarm went off this one particular time. And they were texting Bill and saying, I think we're going to be okay. And he said, just wrap yourselves in a blanket and buckle yourselves in the front seat. You'll be fine.
Well, they didn't have helmets.
Wisconsin, though. They know tornadoes.
They didn't have helmets.
They didn't have bike helmets. No, they didn't.
And then when they got ready to leave, they got stuck.
Yeah.
Had to get my brother over here with his big tractor to pull them out. So.
And I was trying to buy them, you know, some mercy and grace, because who wants to be videoed when they're stuck in the mud? Not me. And then Bill's like, well, you should have videotaped that. It would have made a good video. And all of you probably agree, but unless it was you. Even though the Andover did so much damage, it was a beautiful storm, Teresa says. The weather has been nuts.
But it ripped people's houses apart. No one died. But man, some houses really got, there's a couple houses that were gone.
Terry said, good afternoon. Steve said, Terry, you must be West Coast. Where are you, Terry? I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Thanks, Maddie. Don't forget to like.
Yeah. And one good thing about these high gas prices right now is that you can negotiate with these RVs a little bit. We were talking about that probably about a month ago, that the prices were going to come down on RVs, and they have. A lot of people still want to get them, still want to be RVers. There's no doubt about that. You know, but and there's a lot of people have decided, we're going to get off the road, that have been doing it for a while, and that's a good thing to buy. If you can buy an RV that somebody's lived in full time, a lot of people are like, but you know, everything works. You know, I mean, in our RV, everything works. I don't let anything not work. You know, I spent a lot of time working on squeaks and rattles and stupid stuff like that.
And
but
brittle busted plastic things.
yeah, when the generator broke, man, that had to be fixed. It's got all new parts on it now. Everything for all the starting it, electronics, and the solenoids and everything else. You know, I mean, that's what you got to do.
They agree. It would have made a great video.
What?
Lynn and Joan.
Yeah.
You want to repeat?
No, we're gonna fix that. I think when we get back here, probably one of the first things we're gonna do is get that filled with dirt and get it all rocked in and get a little road thing going all the way around. And then that way you don't have to worry about it no more. And then when the building comes in, that'll be excuse me, allergies really bad here. Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah, a reenactment. We could even like throw in some humor along the way. We could write a script. It'd be great.
Yeah, I had a guy with a little 4-wheel drive pickup truck, gas pickup truck, was going to try to pull that thing out. It didn't even budge.
All he did was throw rocks.
Yeah, it didn't move. So.
But bless him for trying.
Yeah. But my brother came over with that big tractor, and boy, that thing zipped it right out of there.
Yeah.
Vince.
Hey, Vince Simmons, how you doing?
Yep. Any other questions? Any other the 100 best reasons to go full?
I can't think of that many.
Yeah. Well, it's just nice. I mean, you'll be surprised how you can live in a smaller area, huh? Our house was 3,280 feet. 3,280. I built it. 32.
I saw the tax assessment.
Yeah, but they had us only half the house was insured, but 3,280 square feet down to 300. I figured it out. It's 312 or 319 square feet is what this is.
Thanks, Dave. Take care.
And bye, Dave.
Bad weather just went through Tulsa. Yeah, we heard.
Yeah, I'm just glad that I mean, when we first got this thing,
Hi, Randy Wilson.
Kept looking at it, wondering whether we were going to be comfortable in here or not. And I think we are pretty comfortable.
Yep.
We have everything we need. Maybe not everything we want, but we have everything we need. So we're getting there close to. We're gonna cut a little short again tonight because we got to get up early in the morning to go see our daughter and our grandson. So, but we wanted to contact, connect with you guys, and then also, if you're you didn't get the information on the jobs and you're interested, we just put out a video. Let's see where we're at on that video. If anyone's, they're probably all here.
Yeah. 71 views.
I look braless tonight. What's that? I got to quit giving out my email, huh? How many views? 72?
71. Who said that?
Hey, bullshit. Well, you would know, being you're sitting in prison tonight, right? He looks at all the guys' boobs.
He messaged you privately?
Yeah.
Oh, Dave.
He's an old friend. I guess he can get away with that. So, gosh, how long have we known each other? Had to know him almost 40 years, huh?
Yeah, 39 years since 83.
Yeah.
Thanks, Teresa. I may have burned out my leveling system pump. Oh, John and Lynn.
Yeah, well, if you let it go out of fluid, that's what happens. So, well, you just go buy wood. Well, probably be cheaper to fix the levelers. Commodities are expensive.
True. Are you going to LA soon? No, we haven't been back to California in about 4 years.
Who asked that?
Louis.
Louis, oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're done with California. Unfortunately, it's not our kind of place anymore. You especially living where we live. My gosh, we go to just going to a Little Rock is scary for me. I mean, the town's just overrun, you know,
Yeah.
all the people and the cars, and you know, we get rush hour. What we call rush hour out here, it's all the
Yeah.
Texans coming to go for ride their razors and stuff out here. Texans are they're kind of a problem for the Arkansas people. Used to be Californians, but the thing about Californians is they would usually come here, buy a piece of land, and live here for 6 months, lose all their money, and get a bloody nose, and they go back to California because they can't survive out here. And now it's the Texans. So, there, but there are quite a few Californians here.
They don't tell you though, do
Yeah.
they?
Well, most of them
They
tell
do
me,
this. I'm from California.
but they've been here for a while, you know.
Yeah.
Um, I kind of have it in because of my family, you know.
We
So,
think you do.
well, they we went to the pizza place. Oh yeah, you're one of the McLeans. We know who you are. Yeah.
Yeah, they do. But I
So,
never know if that's good or bad. 'Cause they
yeah.
always like, I know who you are.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you have family. Huh. Choose your friends. You can't choose your family.
Well,
Most people
see.
living in Texas are from California originally. Well, yeah, they've kind of gotten flooded with it. That's why a lot of Texans are leaving. They tell
Except
you
for
that.
Sizzler in January. That's right. You are correct.
What?
I said we haven't been to California in like 4 years, and Teresa said except for Sizzler.
Yeah, well, that's different. That's that's like 15 miles into California, then turn around and haul butt back. You don't buy anything but dinner there. That's because unless you want to drive all the way to Lake Havasu, it's only 20 miles to Sizzler. They serve
Yeah.
pretty decent food. I choose this family. Yeah,
Aw, who said that?
it's
Aw,
Teresa.
Teresa. Not even our own kids said I choose.
Yeah, they don't like us.
We love you too, Teresa. We live in Michigan now. Oh, yeah, I heard that. That's like
Yeah.
quite a switch from California, Louie.
Yeah,
If you go to California, stop at the Outpost Cafe. Yeah, that's true.
they're in Domingos.
Domingos and Boron.
Yeah, got to go to Domingos.
Good restaurants.
That's one thing about California. They have good. Of course, Steve and I used to go to Chris and Pitts all the time, and we went to Sam's Steak Sandwich, and that's gone. Sam's Steak Sandwich now is, I don't know who runs it, but it's nothing
Not
like
the
it used
same.
to be.
No.
This guy made these steak sandwiches where they were on these big, these French rolls, and the steak hung out all the way around the outside of it. It was just, I don't know what they did to it, but they were awesome.
And then John said the pump worked, it stowed the levelers, and then added fluid, but no more pump. Most people who live in Texas are originally from California, Steve says. Yep.
I think
I
think
your
there's
brother,
four
though.
pumps. I think there's four pumps on there. I believe. I don't know.
Jones,
I have to look at it.
Lynn and Jones say they like your brother, though.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a really good guy. And you know what? I'll tell you what. He was born and raised here, and I mean he's a cattle guy, and I mean he's got a lot of cattle, and got a lot of cattle, and and chickens and hogs, and he's got all kinds of. I mean, it's just he's a rancher. He's a farmer. Like I always see him coming at me because he's got like a little chrome bull head on the radiator, and he's got bull horns on the hood, chrome ones. So I always know it's his truck.
He's like taking off all the. If you're into Vietnamese pho, go to Pho Ha in Rancho Cucamonga, California. His favorite. Never eaten that. Never eaten pho. And I used to think it was pho, but Steve corrected me. It's pho.
Yeah.
They don't know their vowels in Vietnam, clearly.
They do. They just don't know where to put them.
Well, we are family after all. The kids marrying brothers, etc. Oh, that's over. Lots of talk. Anyway, those are the things I miss most about California, my friends and the amazing food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maddie's visiting. That's why she's flying to California. She has a sister in Rancho Cucamonga.
Oh, yeah?
Small world. What did I miss? She was born in New York City, moved to California, lived there for 45 years, and now lives in Texas and has for 7 years.
Well, California is a beautiful state.
Yeah.
And, I mean, when we grew up there, it was a wonderful place to grow up, even for our kids.
Hey, Louie, did your kids follow you to Michigan? I know you have 2 kids.
I think they were there first.
Really?
One of them.
Or maybe you followed them. I don't know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We have a train.
Well, then I'm out. We'll keep you, Teresa.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to call it the evening.
I think so.
You're having too much fun. I'm just sitting here listening to you.
Reading comments.
Yeah.
Because you have to go like this.
We followed them.
Oh, we got our eyes tested last week.
Yeah. I still can't see, though.
But I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. I got 2 cataracts,
yeah,
and I didn't even know I had a cataract.
Is it good on you?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't ride that smooth, but yeah. So
they followed the kids. Okay. I only miss the California weather and all the smoothies places.
Yeah. Love you too, Teresa. You guys all have a great evening. Thanks for watching.
You guys, thumbs up and
sell fireworks. Go gate guarding. Really, you'll like it. You'll like it. You'll love it. You'll make lots of money.
Again, if you got any questions, you can email us. We'll find out from Teresa or James. And I'm going to put the contact information in the description below this
or
video.
Just call James.
Yeah, I'll put the contact information below in the description if you guys would like to talk to James or Mike.
Right.
Yes. All right, guys. Have a good evening. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for watching.
Bye. Good night, Steffi.
Bye.
Love you.
Oh, Roxanne. Hi, Roxanne.
Really?
I got to say hi to Roxanne.
Hey,
Hi, Roxanne. You missed it. We're over. We just finished up.
We love you too, Roxanne.
Yeah.
We're telling everybody we love them. We love you too.
Yeah. All right, we're going to roll.
Good night, Dougie. It's nice to see you on here. You waited the whole time, I think.
Yeah, well.
Night, Yanni.
Yeah, Roxanne, we got to go tomorrow for our youngest grandbaby. Roxanne and I grew up together. We've known each other since we were like 5 or 6 years old. So, good friend. And anyway, our youngest grandson is going to be 1 year old tomorrow. So we're going to go
say hey,
for the festivities. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to do it this time. 1, 2, 3. Bye.
Good night, guys.